So this
Oh,
is
my
why I've
back.
been reduced. This is why I've been reduced to eating provolone cheese out of a bag like an animal.
Excuse you, because like uh, excuse you. I
Not
eat
even
American cheese out of the bag. Also, a pepperoni, salami, and the. Do you want to fight me, old man?
have a good night, Shadow Dragon. Also, you're older than me.
I know. Also, our VTuber wise, I'm still older than you too. Fuck you.
Yep.
Have a good day, Shadow Dragon.
I'm just waiting for my ramen to cool down. I'll probably eat that later. Just had some cheese. I don't want to eat too much cheese, though.
I'm just laughing right now because I just remember the meme where it says you can court a woman with cheese, and someone actually did it.
Yep.
Like
Anyway,
the mad lad.
Let's update the stream info.
Like the mad lad. He did it.
There we go. Don't need to update the title. Just need to update the game category.
No problem. I am curious though if they are still together and if it actually worked.
I hope so. That's
I
an
hope so too.
That's a love story for the ages.
That, and also like one of the funniest things that a lot of people don't really think about is, you know how they say way to a man's heart is through his stomach? It
Yes.
works for women as well. It works both ways.
You know what they say? A way to a man or a woman's heart is through their chest with a knife.
I was gonna make a bi joke, but you killed it. I still made it work. I still made it work. I know so many people are gonna be facepalm.
All right, let's save and then switch over to Spider-Man.
I know so many people are gonna be facepalming at that.
All right, so that was Senran Kagura. Switch back over here. You can still see everything all right?
Yep.
All right, Spider-Man 2.
Wait,
Sorry, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
what's that near Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? I can't quite see.
This? Mega Man Legacy
Mega
Collection?
Man. Okay, I just couldn't see. I was like squinting, like struggling to see. You're playing Spiffman 2.
Spiffman 2. Like, just think about, like, what if Spider-Man was not a superhero alias, it was just, like, a last name. So instead of pronouncing it as Spider-Man, it would be like, hi, my name is Jonathan Spiderman.
Oh my god.
Like, imagine if that was, like, Eggman's, like, surname instead of a supervillain name they took on. It's like, hi, my name is Ronald Eggman.
When you think about it, those are the most dangerous characters, you know? Like, there's a YouTuber I watch, I think he's also a Twitch guy, and he brought up a very, very important thing. In the Spider-Man universe, if they're wearing a suit, don't fight them. Literally everyone in the suit has bodied Spider-Man, the worse they were wearing suits. I will try and find that video for you later.
All right, God.
Because good lord, he was right.
Gotta tweak some settings before we start. Because
So-
one thing that kind of annoys me about all the Spider-Man games so far from Insomniac is that the settings you apply aren't global. They're per profile.
They really, like, I can understand if you have a setting, like, have a setting when you select it. Do you want, you know, global or, like, have an actual option to it, you know? But I was gonna say, I lost my train of thought, good lord.
Use your words.
Ooga baga baga boo. But yeah, he was actually right, because he actually shows clips too, and I'm like, oh. Everyone that wore a suit was actually kind of scary. Another thing that's scary in the Spider-Man universe, if Spider-Man is not making jokes and just walking to you very quietly, you done fucked up, or someone around you fucked up.
Yeah.
Give up.
Especially now that there are two Spider-Mans.
Yeah, just give up and be like, look, I don't know what I did wrong. I give up. I will not resist. It's so probably beat the shit out of you. Because yeah, a Spider-Man, this is the same person too. He said a Spider-Man that is not cracking jokes. He punched what's his name jaw off. I'm like, what?
Streaming mode on, thank you. To that, more games need this setting.
Yes. I remember it didn't work when I think Forza Horizon 4 came out. It didn't work properly.
Controller speaker mode off, because controller speaker options in anything except for the original No More Heroes are bullshit.
Yeah.
And I like that they include a recap. You know, for people that just want to get straight into Spider-Man 2 instead of playing through both Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Hey, Pete. I'm working on a college application, and it says I gotta tell them about myself.
More like sell yourself. It's the worst.
You got any advice?
Well, take me. Hi, I'm Peter Parker. I'm 25 years old.
Also, you know how I kept on making... I played a little bit of this so far, like a couple hours.
Humble brag.
You know how I kept... every time I play this game play the first one on stream, the remaster of the first one specifically, I keep cracking jokes about how Peter Parker in the remaster looks like Scott will eventually take a look at the first Mega Man Wozniak, right?
Yeah.
Put that in my essay. Hey, I'm laying the track as I drive the
They
train.
fixed that in Spider-Man 2.
My powers to help the city.
As it turns out, the reason his face looked so weird in the remaster is because they didn't actually like properly facial mocap the new face. They basically just pasted the geometry onto previously existing mocap, which is why it looks so wrong.
That was pretty good.
But with this one, they properly mocapped everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're Miles
I know
Morales.
there's controversy with the new face also, I think.
Brooklyn Visions Academy.
I mean, there was at first, but people have gotten over it.
I guess I...
Most people, I think, have.
My mom's work in Harlem.
They've gotten
But
over it with this one specifically because now his face looks good.
There is a girl I like who's
I
spectacular.
kind of like the older face. I know
like
I'm in a
the
minority.
I like the older face better, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
I
Oh, me neither.
also...
Like I said, I prefer the old one.
Like
But
it's not
eh.
it's not distracting like it was in Spider-Man Remastered.
Yeah, oh, there's my guy. I fucking love the Rhino.
Yeah, they properly made him Russian in this one. In the Insomniac series, they gave him a Russian accent.
The good
I'm
I try
actually,
to do every day
dude. You know what I would love to see?
is the good my dad planted in me.
Bane versus like the most powerful version of Bane with the most powerful version of the Rhino, just brawling it out. I think that would be amazing.
I mean, Bane
to
and
see.
Rhino is that's a really unbalanced matchup because Rhino is
Oh man,
all brute strength and no intelligence, whereas Bane is both brains and brawn.
Sure you can.
Yeah.
Just have to
But Rhino is stronger though.
Yeah, why don't you just start another?
So it'll be interesting to see if Bane could win using the brains also, like statistically speaking, you know. I think it'd just be interesting to see that.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Okay, if it's a straight up brawl, like Bane's gonna get some good hits in, but Rhino's gonna fuck him up. And I like both.
Okay. Important explanation for something that happened at the end of Spider-Man 1 that we haven't gotten to in my streams yet. We find out that Harry wasn't actually in Europe. He was in stasis with this symbiote right here because he's suffering from a degenerative neurological condition that also killed his mother.
This doesn't work.
Oh.
And Norman's like desperate to cure him.
Take me out.
So, bonding him with the symbiote. And as you can tell, that means he's going to become this universe's version of Venom.
I want a chance to say goodbye.
I kind of wish you didn't say it killed his mother because I wanted to say it's going to be a degenerate.
I'm not going to lose you.
If I'm
Like,
not
there's
mistaken, didn't they show his Venom, I think, on...
they showed that in the trailers and in the promotional material. But it was like a post-credits teaser in the first game.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think people said they loved it too, I think.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic design. And my buddy Claude Sato got the collector's edition that came with the Venom statue, aka 19 inches of Venom.
Ooh. I want 19 inches.
We have a bell.
And I'm not going to specify what.
Take your seats.
Is it 19 inches of pizza? 19 inches of sushi?
I'm here.
See how much better the face looks on this new model?
Good morning, class.
Yeah.
We have a new teacher joining us today.
Oh, and another thing that you need to know going into this
Mr. Parker.
that happened in Spider-Man
And
1
we are all
is that
very
Aunt
lucky
May
today.
died.
Because this is physics.
Oh, yeah, I saw the grave
Yeah.
in the...
Yeah, she died from, Dr. Octopus released a airborne contagion that could cause, like, a global pandemic.
2 words.
Surface. That's extremely deadly, and she was infected with it, and really heartbreaking scene where Peter has to choose between giving the only sample of a cure to either Aunt May or
Now, surface tension.
keep it so
is
it can
all
be
about
synthesized to make more for the rest of New
In
York.
equation form, surface tension, gamma, can be calculated
Yeah, that...
as the force exerted parallel to the surface of a liquid.
And May reveals that she knew that Peter was Spider-Man all
Divided by
along.
the length, L, of the line over which...
Wait, that's Sandman.
Anybody,
Yeah,
Right?
Sandman's our opening.
I just realized.
Mr. Morales, is it? Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself?
Now, I haven't played Spider-Man Miles Morales yet, because I just haven't had the time. So I can't tell you what happens in that.
Read chapter 4,
Except,
5, or whatever.
Miles's mother, Rio Morales, his dad died in Spider-Man 1.
But you gotta see.
His mother in the Miles Morales game became a city councilwoman, and she's aware that Miles and Peter are both Spider-Man.
Why today?
Oh.
I'm so getting fired.
Oh, the costumes are so crisp.
Oh yeah, these are upgraded versions of their costumes from the first game.
It's fine. We'll be back before we know it.
Like they're referred to as version 2.0.
Review with the school counselor.
Dude, this is so good.
Haven't started.
Oh, well, let's get to the city and take care of Marco quick then.
And they overhauled a lot of gameplay stuff. Oh yeah, and Peter and MJ got back together.
Swing it through Brooklyn.
Is another thing that happened.
Have you on the ground for the bugle?
Still can't believe old Triple J is your new boss.
And in between these
Whip him into shape in no time.
3 games, I guess you could say, Jameson returned to the Daily Bugle.
According to witnesses, he was running down Broadway yelling nonsense.
Because in Spider-Man 1, he had retired from the Bugle to become Alex Jones.
Exploded. Man.
I remember hearing about that in one of the comics.
People like this. Be careful.
Good thing there are 2 Spider-Men now.
Good luck.
Well, this is set in its own continuity separate from the comics.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I remember hearing about it. It's in 2 different comics, I think, that's canon.
Yeah, and it was canon in the MCU.
I remember in one of the comics, actually, that Captain America embarrassed Jameson.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
We found him.
Yeah, he said, like, he actually compared this mustache to
Okay, so can we talk about how impressive this Sandman model is?
oh,
MJ,
dude, it is
we gotta help
so
him before he hurts
good.
someone. Or himself. Open wide.
Like, we get the climax of Spider-Man, Raimi Trilogy Spider-Man 3 as our opening.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga.
I mean, he should be angry at you, Peter. You did leave him inside a test tube, and then leave that in a backpack stuck to a building for an unspecified amount of time because you forgot where you left that backpack. That is canon, by the way.
Said it was a good one.
Oh, I would be mad too.
Physics.
That's not why he's mad, but it's a good reason to be mad.
It would be a good oh.
Spider-Man.
I would probably wreck a city too.
Coming in hot. I'm there.
So,
Wouldn't you?
I don't know if you're if you've been following the pre-release like trailers and stuff for this, but not only is this adapting, the Black Suit arc, obviously, but it's also doing a take on Kraven the Hunter.
Before he barked on my
Oh, I remember seeing that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was the E3 or the play State of Play.
It was the PlayStation Presents.
Okay,
Or State
yeah, I
of
remember.
Play. That's what it's called. State of Play.
Principal.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I
PlayStation-
was hyped.
All students have evacuated.
Yeah, and it's from what I've seen, it's a very interesting version of Kraven so far.
Mr. Parker.
I just forgot.
By the way, remember that he was working under Otto Octavius in the first game, right?
Yo!
He made those using his knowledge from working with Octavius.
Oh
So
my
thank you for
God.
not making it Stark Tech.
Back right now.
I'm so tired of all Spider-Man's cool gadgets being Tony Stark stuff.
That sound good?
Oh my
But yeah, you
God.
get super moves now.
Really came through for these arms.
And you get a variety of them that you unlock as you progress.
Principal Evans called.
That one's called the Spider Barrage.
Am I getting expelled?
Hey, you're just cutting class. I abandoned students during a citywide emergency.
Yeah, you're screwed.
So yeah, pretty hype opening, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Sandman,
I always hated that name.
I know you're angry at me.
This has nothing to do with you. Leave me alone!
I want to help you. But it's gonna hurt first.
Oh yeah, I forgot his weakness is water. So if he was to, if Spider-Man was to fight him today, this entire like every weekend, he would just lose
Yep.
because it's been raining.
wasn't happy to reconnect.
Yeah, he's not really the nostalgic type.
Let me go, or I'll kill you.
He's not listening. We gotta turn it up a notch.
Ow!
He hates water. His shoulder's already wet.
Bet he's not a big fan of electricity then either.
Yeah, remember, Miles has electric powers.
Electric powers, yeah. Like, I still haven't seen the Spider-Verse movie.
I just saw it like a couple weeks ago. It's really damn good.
Water though.
I'll hit him with webs.
Like, amazingly good. Pun
You already
intended.
know I like Robbie.
Like, Robbie's not in Into the Spider-Verse, but he does appear in this game.
No, Robbie did. He was Spider-Punk.
That's not Robbie, that's Hobie.
Hobie, excuse me.
And that's in Across the Spider-Verse.
That's what I meant. Sorry. I haven't seen that one.
Robbie,
So the first one.
I thought you were talking about Robbie Robertson from the Daily Bugle.
I got my kid. Damn!
By the way, this slingshot move he's using, you can unlock that.
Nice.
As just a way to launch yourself into a high-speed swing.
Thought I lost you there.
Good.
Can't get rid of me that
And the
easy.
fly came in my room. Good lord, help me.
Magic. Yankee.
But yeah, this is probably like the best technical showcase for the PS5 that I've seen so far.
We need a big water source by Wall Street.
Let me check the grid. Stay safe, dude. You too, Mr. Parker.
Like,
Wait, what?
one thing is that, like, you know how usually you have to choose between, like,
Super weird in class.
either, well, you don't have a PS5, but you would understand just from, like, you know, reviews and stuff, that,
Yeah.
usually have to choose between, like, the ray tracing feature that Sony hyped up so much and actually having a stable frame rate.
Got him right where
Yeah.
we want him.
This game is so well optimized that ray tracing is just turned on in both performance and fidelity modes.
Ooh.
Guys, the water tank on the Matheson building should do the trick. We're talking 10,000 gallons.
Like, you can't disable ray tracing because it's that well optimized. Which makes me curious about how this is going to be on PC when it eventually gets ported. Because we all know that's going to
Still
happen.
think we got him right where we
Yeah.
want him?
Like, if Ratchet and Clank got ported to PC, we know Spider-Man 2
And
is.
he's definitely getting bigger.
I still need to play that. It's on Steam, I think, right? Or
Yes, it is. It came out on Steam a couple months ago.
I need to play it.
It's best if you have an SSD to play it off of. Otherwise, you have to deal with really long load times.
I'm not too concerned about load times.
Well, it's because the game is built around seamless
SSD.
transitions. It's built around seamless transitions that require a high-speed
No
SSD.
way, Marco.
For a guy like me, there is no other way.
And here's Miles's special moves, all electricity. He also gets the ability to turn invisible.
Pete, what happened?
I ended up outside. Just keep going.
Because remember, that's another one of Miles's powers. Optic,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
camouflage, huh? Everything eventually comes back to my Metal Gear streams, which I need to get back to eventually. I'm probably gonna wait until the Master Collection comes out before I stream more Metal Gear Solid 3. Just
I've
because
been hearing.
hooking up the PS2 for streams is like a little bit cumbersome.
I need to double check something. I think something may have happened. I think Mudahar did a video about the collection. I need to look into it.
Stay inside.
Guess he's busy. Gonna be a
I mean, like, my go-to guys for performance analysis would probably be Digital Foundry.
Oh, it wasn't for performance and not for that. I think it's about the cost. I think it was.
I mean, it's there. We already know it's $60, but it gets you a shit ton of games.
I think I think he said something was things were missing compared to a different collection. I have to look into his video.
I mean, like, the only thing, like, it's the... We know that it's the PS3 version of Metal Gear Solid 2. which means that it doesn't have the Ape Escape stuff, and it's missing the online mode, and the skateboarding minigame, unfortunately, as we saw, that was glorious.
Yeah.
I'm heading downtown to help coordinate.
And, like, some of the, like, Disc 2 and Disc 3 stuff from, Metal Gear Solid 3.
I can talk to your
So, like, that I don't have a problem with those being missing, because those were already taken out, the HD remaster of PS3 So, like, I don't think that should be a make or break thing for you. What's a good thing for this is that not only do you get Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, you also get Metal Gear 1 and 2 as part of Metal Gear Solid 3, and you also get the NES version of Metal Gear, and the NES exclusive Metal Gear sequel, Snake's Revenge.
Oh, the one that hadn't. Oh,
The one that Re-Res reviewed, yeah.
yeah, just bad games.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a live stream of that one?
No. I don't like pre-Metal Gear Solid Metal Gear. It's very much a where the fuck do I go kind of game. It's a game that you need a guide for.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because I've beaten Metal Gear 1 and 2. But I'm not doing that on stream. It's too frustrating. Because a lot of it is like, unless you have a guide, a lot of it's just aimlessly wandering around until you trigger the next story sequence. Like, Metal Gear 2 is better about it, but Metal Gear 1 is very much like Zelda 1, where I can't see how you would enjoy this without a guide. Like, in the 80s, yeah, I could see, like, the fun of, like, you know, having to discover your way through it, but in the age of the internet, it's like, just play it with a guide. Don't torture yourself like that.
Like, discovery stuff can be fun, but at the same time, it's like, it needs to be done a certain way.
Like, with Metal Gear Solid 1, with Metal Gear 1 in particular, it's very bad because you can actually screw yourself out of being able to beat the game if you let too many hostages die. And you won't know it until you've gotten near the end of the game.
Nope.
And then there's also stuff in Metal Gear 2, like, in order, you have to do a codec call to progress the story, where you have to decipher, like, Vietnam War era tap codes in order to, by the way, web wings!
Oh!
You have to decipher Vietnam War era tap codes in order to figure out the frequency you need to call. But the deciphering sheet was only included with physical copies of the original Metal Gear 2, and they didn't include it with the digital
Gonna
version.
need you ASAP, Miles. Yeah.
So, in that case, you go on Google and look up the frequency, otherwise you're not beating the game.
This is just Kingdom Hearts 3 right here.
What did I just get myself into?
I know you probably would have smacked me for that.
Go. Innocent people.
No, I don't. It's a very apt comparison.
Them, but not me. They wouldn't listen to me.
I could have. Oh boy.
Can't ignore Sandman.
It's got that like floaty but satisfying feeling combo.
Yeah,
that,
when I came to Kingdom Hearts 3, it felt
had.
too stiff for that part. Oh, damn. Was that sand lightning?
Yes,
Miles.
but okay, so like physics lesson. Sand surface tension changes, so it's not able to be cohesive, or like granular when it's struck by lightning.
Class is
Okay.
back in session.
Okay. I thought
Miles-
they turned to glass.
Basically, that's what it does. Like, that's how they're
Oh.
going to beat Sandman. But Miles is immune to electricity,
Generating a lot of electricity.
which includes lightning.
The surface tension of sand if you turn up the voltage.
He can absorb lightning and power himself up with it.
Plus,
Dude, I just thought of something dangerous. Hear me out, okay?
you want
Yes.
to get hit by lightning?
missing DC and Marvel up. Storm, Miles, Static Shock, and Black Lightning.
That would be amazing. Something that would never happen nowadays, but I could see that happening if, like, half of those characters were around in the Amalgam Comics era.
It just... I mean, think about it. It works so perfectly.
Yep.
And all the characters, too, being of African-American descent, with Miles also being Latino.
Yeah.
You could make a very interesting story, and I'm mad I thought of this now. And it's not gonna it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, that's what Death Battle is for.
They would never do this. Like, I'm talking about as a team.
They would never do. They would never do it because they're not creative enough.
Yeah. And truth be told, for a story like that, they wouldn't do this also, because you would need primarily a cast of Black and Latinos, not Hispanic, Latinos, to make this story. And I would love to see it work.
Why won't you just give up?
But you would need, like, because Storm herself is like more than continental.
Like, she straight up can control weapon. She is she's extremely powerful for a mutant.
She's OP as hell. Like, you need someone comparable to that, because don't forget, Miles is like physically that level, not that physical level, but like OP already, you know.
I mean, Miles's downfall is that he doesn't have the amount of experience that Peter has.
Yes.
Like, he's untrained. By the way, get ready for awesome.
Sandman, more like Glass Man.
I guess you could say he had a glass jaw.
He shattered under pressure.
I have sand.
We totally just glassed that dude.
Right in the face.
Marco, it's gonna be okay.
I haven't been okay for a long time.
If you need help, all you have to do is ask.
By the way, another example of this game being a good technical showcase for the PS5 is that it has one of the best usages of the adaptive triggers that I've
We're
seen.
gonna need help when they
Like, it's actually integrated into a part of the gameplay rather than just being a neat gimmick for, like, oh, it feels like I'm pulling a gun trigger or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you knew
Like,
it'd be another thing.
Here's Craven. That's not Craven, but Craven's going to be showing up in this scene.
Yeah, that's the guy he's hunting. He reminds me of the guy from Far Cry, the hair.
Speaking of which, have you seen that new Blood Dragon show from Ubisoft?
I have not.
Everyone's been hyping up how they treated Rayman in that show because it's amazing.
I seen the picture. He's at a news desk. That's all I saw.
There's this... Rayman is, like, jaded and fucked up from being out of the spotlight for decades. It's a commentary on how Ubisoft doesn't make Rayman games anymore.
Oh, man. That Craven design. Seeing it again, it is just...
I've been in your shadow for
Like, one of the iconic shots of Rayman we've seen from the new Blood Dragon show is him snorting coke and eating sushi off a naked cowgirl's ass.
That's the life. This minus the you know, the white
And
snow.
when I say cowgirl, I mean, like, cow-human hybrid.
I asked for an equal.
I'm not changing my answer.
Sir.
Wait, are we talking
Although
about, like...
I will say, I am by no means a furry, But I will criticize the sexy cowgirl design because they gave her humanoid feet instead of hooves. Cowards.
I'm actually wondering, like what part of her is more cow-like? Is it just like a tail and ears?
She has a cow head.
The great hunt begins.
And fur all over her body.
I don't know if I would have changed my answer. I don't know. I'm not a furry. I don't know though. I'm kind of scared that I don't know.
I can send you the picture.
I'll see the trailer later. But yeah, that Craven design, like I'm used to the 90s one where it's kind of, super bulky in the arms and stuff. I love this design.
Yeah.
Because he's not just strong, he's fast, he's well-rounded built.
The app is busted. Pete, you seeing this?
Hold on a sec, Miles. I got it. You're gonna be safe.
If you told him he's probably bleeding in there eternally.
Same here. Hey, Genki?
I know. The whole city's telecom network is down.
What's happening to the requests that are coming in?
They'll all get queued, but... Wait. I'm gonna try a workaround.
Work fast.
I like how the subtitles don't, put Peter or Miles. They put Spider-Man with their respective icons next to them.
Yeah.
It's a way of signaling to the audience we're not treating them as, one is Spider-Man and one is Miles. They're both Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What a mess. Marco, what got into you?
I will say, there's been a lot of, I'm gonna pause right here so I can have some ramen. Because it's probably cooled off by now.
Ramen. They hate you for that.
But you know how there's been an obnoxious amount of discourse online about whether Miles is worthy of being counted as a real Spider-Man just because he's not Peter Parker, or more likely because he is not white.
I mean, there's also Spider-Gwen, there's Hobie, there's so many other Spider-Man who are not just Peter Parker.
People single out Miles just for obvious reasons. Obvious bigoted reasons. Here's my take on it. Peter Parker is Peter Parker, right?
Yes.
The tweet you keep on seeing on that hell site known as Twitter is Peter Parker's Spider-Man, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I don't agree with that. Here's my take. Peter Parker is Peter Parker. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Spider-Man is a menace!
I like that. But, I would put it simply as...
And I don't care whether he's Peter Parker or Miles Morales. All I want is pictures of Spider-Man.
I want to make sure I'm saying this right.
I was just saying you up for a joke.
It threw me off, but I need to see if this quote is actually real. Because
I mean, if it counts, if it's worth anything, Stan Lee was a supporter of Miles Morales being a legit Spider-Man. And I say that's kind of the final word on it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Here we go. What I like about the costume is that anybody reading Spider-Man in any part of the world can imagine that they themselves are under the costume, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's why that's why I like Spider-Verse. Is that it's not just alternate reality versions of Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's the whole. I had to look it up.
The thing that pisses me off about the multiverse obsession that's been going on for the past few years is that everyone except for the Spider-Verse movies have been like, oh, it's alternate universe versions of this specific person. rather than this universe's equivalent of this character. Like a role that is filled by someone else in this universe.
You know my response to that?
What?
You don't fucking understand multiverse theory. You decide to squish an ant or you decide not to. You created two universes. Those are two different yous.
Like it's a perfect, like The Flash gets into multiverse stuff. That terrible Flash movie. I haven't seen it, but I've seen Your Movie Sucks review of it. Its take on the multiverse is like changing things in history has a butterfly effect that leads to different events unfolding. But there are certain things that always happen and cannot be changed.
Talking about Flashpoint?
It's trying to be Flashpoint, but it's missing the point of Flashpoint. Because the stuff it changes is like Flash goes back in time and saves his mother from being killed. And that results in Superman not existing and instead being Supergirl. And Michael Keaton being Batman instead of Ben Affleck. It's like really superficial stuff like that.
Okay, Flashpoint is so much better because we had the Flash not being the Flash anymore.
The best, you know, in a movie that stars everyone's favorite punchable celebrity, Ezra Miller. You want to know what it has that makes it so much better?
What?
2 Ezra Millers.
I don't have any alcohol in the house for this news.
It's very clear that they wanted to get someone else to play the second Barry Allen, but they couldn't get anyone to agree to this piece of shit movie, so they just had 2 Ezra Miller Barry Allens.
No one even wanted the movie. We wanted Batgirl.
Like, I had a discussion. I'm gonna switch over to the chatting screen for this. While I eat my cold ramen. I had a discussion with this about my friend Mistress Dove, who everyone should follow. Twitch.tv/ it's either /Mistress Dove or /the Mistress Dove. But like, it's the biggest financial loss that Warner Brothers has ever had, to the point where they would have lost less money if they just didn't release it.
Yeah.
Like, even if they completed it and didn't release it, they would have lost less money.
They would have lost even more money. I mean, they would have made more money if they just straight up canceled it, right?
Like, the only, like, it very easily could have put them in a very precarious financial situation if they didn't also immediately afterwards release Barbie.
I still need to see Barbie.
Like, Barbie ended up, it's another Warner Brothers movie, and Warner Brothers was very clearly not banking on it being the big success that it was. They were banking on The Flash. They were banking on The Flash being their big summer movie.
I'm going to stand, but I will die on the grave that they should have just said fuck it to The Flash, put out Batgirl, and they would be more in the green. People wanted Batgirl. Yeah, it is the hill I will die on. Because didn't they get rid of something else that people wanted and people were pissed off about that too?
Yeah, it was a Scooby-Doo holiday movie.
And I think that one had potential and that pissed people off as well.
Yeah, it was also finished.
Yeah,
to my understanding.
They released those two. That would have been better.
Trying to remember some more things about this shitty Flash movie. Oh yeah, it decides that everything from every DC adaptation is now canon. Just alternate universes, so they're all canon. Like the 1950s the 1950s Superman TV series, that's canon. Literally the only good thing I see that came out of the Flash movie is that we got George Clooney coming back as Bruce Wayne at the very end.
Mm. But hold on, isn't the... Oh, I remember the other thing that pissed people off. It was confirmed that they were going to do the Batman Beyond movie. And
it was a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, and they canceled that in favor of the Flash. And Michael Keaton very obviously does not... Michael Keaton's very obviously sleepwalking his way through the Flash.
He's probably pissed off because he wanted to do Batman again.
And here's the thing. It's not the Michael Keaton Batman from the 1989 movie. It is the DC Cinematic Universe's Batman, played by Michael Keaton.
Let Michael Keaton do his Batman. That was a fun Batman. Like, I am genuinely hurt for the man, you know?
Yeah.
Because he had the most fun Batman. Next to Adam West, of course. Adam West, hands down.
Oh yeah, the Adam West series is also now... The Adam West series is also now part of the DC Cinematic Multiverse.
The thing is, this is my issue with knowing that it is the DC Cinematic Universe, where they're saying like everything is... They were already fucking canon to the franchise. Let the DC movies, you can include it in the franchise, but not as one giant continuity, because then they start conflicting with each other way too much.
They don't even try to make sense about how any of these could be canon. It's just they're all canon because they're all owned by Warner Brothers. That's it. They're all alternate universes. We made up a 1940s black and white version of Barry Allen that lives in the same universe as the 1940s film serial Superman.
It doesn't work.
Even though that didn't exist in the 40s.
It doesn't work that way. The writers don't understand multiverse theory.
And instead of using archival footage of the 1940s Superman, we just CGI'd in a dead actor.
I remember everyone was angry. That was another controversy. Everyone was angry about the...
And the Barry Allen from that universe is a CGI'd in a live actor who was not present for any of that. He outright said, "I think I would remember if I filmed a big budget Hollywood movie." They just used his likeness without informing him.
I didn't even pay the brother. And that makes it even worse. Like, I forgot about that controversy.
It's because The Flash is nothing but controversies and missteps and fuck-ups. It's a cock-up cascade, as Yahtzee would say, where the mistakes just pile on top of each other.
Because they lost so much money, if they released the Scooby-Doo and the Batgirl stuff...
Well, they can't now because they're already tax write-offs.
I know, and that pisses me off even more. Hopefully someone has the raw information and puts it out there. And it gets leaked.
In Batgirl's case, the director confirmed that's been deleted from Warner Brothers servers. So there's next to no chance of that movie ever seeing the light of day.
It's a fucking cardinal sin.
Unless they do like a... Zack Snyder's Justice League situation and basically shoot a whole new movie.
If somehow someone was able to get the footage off, very unlikely, but that giant if, that means we're living in the good timeline.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
I mean, weirder things have happened. The Lost Gibby pilot just got leaked on the internet out of nowhere.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about that, but it was a long sought after pilot for a spinoff of iCarly that was starred Gibby.
That sounds...
It was filmed. but it was never aired on TV and it was never picked up for a full series because it was too bad. And now it's available for public viewing because it leaked on the internet.
Kind of like the Sailor Moon from the live action Sailor Moon.
Like
I
the
still need to
script
see that.
the entire script had been floating on the internet for a while, but now we can actually watch it and determine for ourselves that, oh my god, it's actually worse than we thought.
Oh god, dude, April Fool, someone needs to just read the script.
I mean, one that happened that I thought would never happen was like, I think it was last year when just out of nowhere, someone uploaded the Wicked Witch of the West episode of Sesame Street to YouTube.
Oh yeah,
no fanfare whatsoever. It just showed up one day and no one knows how they got it.
Yeah. They never aired that episode again, and people were so afraid, and they had to.
Yeah, it only aired once, and then they buried it for decades, and they still haven't officially. They haven't actually officially released it. This was a fan that somehow got a copy of a broadcast tape of it, because it had like the station IDs and stuff in it.
Yeah, and I remember they had to bring the actress back in order to like let the kids know, like, yeah, I just played this character, basically.
Well, no, that was a separate thing. Like it was the actress who played her in The Wizard of Oz, reprising her role decades later. It just so happened that around the same time, she appeared on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and showed up to like teach people that, like, hey, the actors you see in movies aren't really the characters that they play in the movies. They're different people outside of that. Like, I play a scary witch in this movie, but I'm not actually scary in real life. It just so happened that those were both aired around the same time.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But can we talk about how awesome Mr. Rogers is and was?
There was an entire saga of Mr. Rogers episodes that was lost for decades until they were just randomly uploaded on YouTube.
Oh, have you ever seen the
it was like it was specifically, it was Mr. Rogers teaching people about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, I know that was probably a rough thing to write about. But have you ever seen? You might have either you showed me or I may have showed you. I'm not sure if you remember it. But Mr. Rogers speaking at the Senate.
I have not seen that.
Oh, it is powerful.
I bet. He was a very powerful man.
I will send you the video later. Remind me. It is something you need to see. Because, in all honesty, everyone in Congress could learn from this because people listened to each other and had a discussion.
Yep.
Like, if you can't do this, don't be in politics. That's all. That's the only political thing I will ever say here. I just love your fucking model, dude.
So do I. Once again, massive props to Yelena Zeka on Twitter. And I believe he also has a Twitch channel, which I'll have to check out sometime. To properly give him his due. I'll send you his contact details if you want to, like, commission him for stuff.
Definitely. I probably just, once I get the money for a full figure, so I have the full thing.
Like, if I remember correctly, his cost for a full body, which includes the rigging, is like $75.
Oh, I could make that in a few weeks. That's perfect.
And then it's just $2 per toggle, which is like your facial expressions, or in my case, my mallet.
For me, I would probably want to hold my daggers. Like, I would, because I would, for example, I know my hair is a little more complicated, so I would straight up tell them, like, look, I know the hair for my character is a little more complicated, so instead of your standard rate of 75, I'll probably say like 100 or 125, because I already told you about the hair, so it's complicated. And I think 125 I think is actually, I feel is fair. I don't know
the way he takes payment is interesting. Instead of, like PayPaling him stuff, you just buy stuff off his throne.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
That adds
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, that just adds up to the price.
Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, I definitely need to do that.
Here's another bit of me like gushing over how good of an experience working with him was. There was some sort of unspecified error with one of the things that I had bought off his throne, where for one, we couldn't figure out what the reason was, but like there was a shipping error where it wasn't going to arrive to him, but I had still been charged for it. He refunded it to me and didn't make me buy anything else to replace it.
Oh, wow. Gent.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Oh, I just thought of something. Okay. Something I need to do. Have Shiba do my chibi model. And this guy do my... Yeah. Fucking yeah. Oh. And I just had an idea for something.
Yeah?
I'll run it to you after stream. You're gonna fucking love the idea.
All right, ramen break is over.
You mean a corn man break?
Yeah, ramen break is over, and my fork fell into the ramen. It is now submerged in the broth.
You know the funny thing is, I had ramen earlier for breakfast, and I put egg in the broth, so it was like I coagulate it and such.
I need to get some more eggs sometime. I haven't had eggs in a long time. I've been like they're a process to cook.
I am now. Thank you.
So it's like how what?
Deep was that little bit of sand?
I mean, it's an entire hill.
Okay, from the angle you were at, it did not look that deep.
Spider-Man, got a minute? Got a call with the...
By the way, something they did in this game in response to like real world situations that they don't even acknowledge in game. It's just I love how they handled it. Obviously, like Spider Cop was funny at the time.
That did it.
But the whole Spider-Man as a cop thing has not aged very well in terms of like real-world politics, right?
Yeah, you saw that little glitch with the I love that.
Yeah. In this game, instead of being directly tied with the New York Police Department, he's more associated with the fire department.
For the last 2 minutes or so.
So he's Spider-Man. There we go. That was terrible.
Also, there is an option in this game where you can turn off the automation that your swinging normally has and give it like real-world physics.
Ooh.
Super nice. Seemed excited about helping.
It leads to some wacky shit.
Okay, tell me what to do.
Interesting.
Like I've seen one person had the swing assist completely turned off and then fall damage turned on, and they like did a 360 loop around a pole and face planted into the ground and died.
Looks like a drone. We don't spy on people, Genki.
I mean, when you spinning like that with cylindrical force and all that, yeah.
To the app, which gets routed through these drones.
No, no one person will have their arms ripped off, most likely, and then ragged off. Yeah.
Did I just make a...
Also, if you want to know where Spider-Man got that drone from, it's canon that his web shooters have 3D printers also built in.
Now, how do we get this thing airborne?
Okay, the drone stuff, it controls so bad.
Follow the path I marked on your
Oh.
It'll give us a clear.
I hope they touch this up in a patch. Because holy shit, does this not control well.
So it's like a real drone, basically.
Like, your goal is to try and fly through as many rings as you can.
This is a Superman 64.
Local network.
No.
Let me notify the app users.
Here's what it is. It's Finding Nemo on GameCube.
Reports.
You gotta swim through all the rings!
I think it's gonna bring up Aquaman, because Aquaman also has some great things you have to swim through.
No, it didn't. I've played it. I know it doesn't.
It didn't?
No, it didn't.
What?
It just controls like Superman 64.
Oh, what was the other game that had the rings that was superhero based?
Here's my hot take on Superman 64. It's actually genius when you remember that Superman 64 takes place inside of a virtual world meant to torment Superman.
Oh, no.
Here I am. Here I am ascribing author's intent to something that was very obviously not intended.
No, we do not give praise to that game in any capacity. I'm gonna find a priest VTuber and tell them what you did. Just said.
I mean, speaking of priest VTubers, you know, there's not when you get down to it in the basics of the English language, there's not that much of a difference between "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned" and "Sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty."
No. Oh.
Back it up. Let's go.
Bring me.
This just gets worse and worse, doesn't it?
Plenty of time. Cops are
Hey, Cloud, glad to see you here.
Clear this place out.
How'd the rest of your stream go?
Load them up.
Sorry I had to dip out. Had to get ready for mine.
He's here. Smash.
Hey, Cloud.
How are you enjoying Spider-Man 2 so
Not
far?
on my watch.
I think Cloud just enjoying you making it worse for me.
Done now, Spider-Man. Whose idea was it to have a gun club in the city?
I mean, Peter does raise a good point. Whose idea was it to have a gun club in the middle of New York City?
Gun clubs with something better. Like a compliment club. Compliments don't hurt anyone, and they're free. Spiders! Oh, for example, you take a punch really well. Good job. Hey, I think I'm onto something. Let's go.
I can think of some compliments that would hurt somebody. Telling someone they got a fat ass.
I mean, depending on who you're talking to, that can be a compliment.
Actually, I'm friends with someone that takes that as a compliment.
That was a big crew.
But it's about this like a straight up stranger that, you know?
Wish I knew what got into Marco.
Like the woman she is genuinely an awesome person. And she is a entrepreneur. She has her own business, and it's a black owned business. She sells handmade lotions and hair creams and stuff like that, jewelry. I actually have I bought a few things from her. The most recent thing I have is a papaya soap. I love it. And if you're ever in New Jersey,
Hey guys,
it is at the Jersey Gardens Mall, and it's called Lovely Leo. I believe that's her Instagram as well. And she is so nice.
Stress masquerades as anger sometimes. Just keep looking for people to help.
No, you sound like
She is so nice.
Just focus.
that's what my mom always says when she's angry.
Come on. You've known me for a long time. When have you ever seen me angry?
I'm thinking.
It was a rhetorical question.
Got it.
And he gave you a rhetorical answer.
Place and you kept losing.
I wasn't angry at you. I was angry at the universe.
dodge this. Piccolo's just looking.
My God! The shotgun!
Oh, what?
That's one of my new. That's one of my new redeems.
What? What? What?
The new app is compiling. I figured as long as we're at it, we might as well give it an upgrade.
We
Oh,
don't
they're
need anything
patching.
fancy. We just need to see citizen reports.
Totally.
Oh, I can't. Oh my God.
Instead of Spider-Man being tapped into the police to a police scanner, they instead have a Spider-Man app where people request the help of Spider-Man.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh my God.
There. She was
I want to make a troll video where you just
What do you need?
sitting there for like an hour to get to 100%. Be like, I'm updated. I am downloading the patch for Call of Duty.
Speaking of spiders, I see one crawling down my wall. Damn it. Now I gotta go kill it. I'll leave you.
A spider.
Yeah, real spider.
The spider just wants to watch you play Spider-Man.
I don't know what kind of spider it is, and I'm not taking a chance, so I'll leave you with this while I go commit arachnocide.
I know it didn't get I just groaned. Like,
I've got to figure out how I'm gonna get to it.
Oh, I know.
My God! The shotgun!
Shotguns work, right? Got the Sandman stuff and did Prowler. Oh, Prowler. Nice. Oh shit! I'm getting flashbacks looking at this. I am legitimately getting flashbacks. Holy shit.
So I lost track of where the spider went. But I have my shoe on standby.
You need, my friend, you need to channel your inner abuela. You need to get the chancleta and knock some fucking sense into the spider.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Chancleta, you said shoe, not a chancleta.
It's a kind of shoe.
No. There's chancleta and there's zapato. You said zapato.
Yo,
I don't speak Italian.
you doing okay? Yeah, there's just a lot going on.
The funny thing is, I think zapato is also shoe in Italian, I think. I need to look this up because it's going to bother me now.
Doing that app upgrade I've been talking about with a little help from my friends. That's a brilliant pun that doesn't make sense to you yet, but it will in a minute.
Yeah, the drones that you're launching are called friends.
It's called Scarpa. Scarpa is actually how to say shoe in Italian. Because that was genuinely going to bother me. It's a good thing I searched it, right?
Okay,
Yep.
I'm here.
There should be a launcher somewhere around there.
I don't see anything that looks like a launcher. Maybe. Okay.
Okay, hello.
3D print a friend.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. My name is Arikado.
My stream with 1 viewers.
Thank you. I'm Arikado, half vampire, half elf VTuber. I stream all sorts of random bullshit, whatever I feel like doing, whenever I feel like doing it. I bring my friends in for some comfy chaos. And earlier, I was doing my live 2D debut. Earlier, we did some Senran Kagura. Now we're doing Spider-Man 2.
The thirst was real.
Have fun with the redeems.
FRND.
The thirst was real, but now we're trapped in sand.
Avoid the outfit swaps and the head pat redeems, because those currently do not work.
Correlated signals.
Over-the-air computation? You're a genius, Genki.
Oh, you.
This whole time, I know they've been saying Genki, but I keep reading Ganked as he's like, it's getting shanked. Darn my hoodness, right?
Oh god, this thing controls like ass!
It controls, like, the way I'm seeing it, it controls like an actual drone.
I've never flown a drone!
I have.
Local network is connected.
3 feet off the ground.
It controls like month-old butt.
Dude, I've never gotten my drone more than 3 feet off the ground. As soon as it gets to 3 feet, it just darts up, and I stop. I'm like, nope, too high.
Boys said Spider-Man was at the gun club. Gotta move before he gets here.
Peekaboo.
Hey, need a hand? Lost your keys? There's a locksmith up the street.
Oh god. Because he's covered in the sand dust, you know what came to mind?
What?
Dusty old bones full of instead of green dust, you know? But the Hank Hill thing.
Can't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched King of the Hill.
It's when he had the bully, and the kid kept saying, "Dusty old bones full of green dust."
You okay?
Oh.
See? I'm downtown helping Gloria at Feast. Oh, have you met with Mr. Sumida?
No.
Que dijimos? Spider-Man isn't going to get you into college.
I'll make it, Ma. Promise. Gotta run.
By the way, it's not a problem on your end, guys, if stuff is, like, kind of choppy or delayed or whatever. I've been dropping frames like crazy this month, and I have no idea why.
George! Why are you busting out Arikado like a Siren Kagura?
I love that you have that as a point of reference now.
I mean, dude, I could have said Samurai Warriors. I could have said Dynasty Warriors.
I mean, if you wanted Tekken. If you wanted a direct inspiration, the Insomniac Spider-Man series combat was based off of Devil May Cry.
I can be in physics class right now.
I could Devil May Cry and Bayonetta also. Beautiful Joe. Should I continue?
Yes, and Beautiful Joe should continue, but Capcom's not gonna do it because they're cowards.
Shoot the spider! That's bad advice.
There's Strider.
I mean,
there was
Strider. I wouldn't say Strider's really much like that. He just slashes his sword.
The more recent one, you can launch him in the air, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the more recent one.
Oh my gosh.
That was a pretty good game that they just never followed up on.
I didn't get that far. I think if I was doing for a live stream, I'd probably get further.
They made it. I mean, turning Strider into a Metroidvania is not like what I would have imagined doing, but it works.
New request just came in.
It would be. It is creative.
Hey,
like,
nice work on the app.
I don't know. It's like
thanks. Miles,
when it is so unexpected like that, it's really like just interesting.
Like Capcom in 2014 could figure out, like, well, Capcom didn't develop it, but still, just for the sake of my point, Capcom could figure out that, hey, Strider may not work as like an arcade side scroller in the modern gaming landscape, but it does work as a Metroidvania. And yet they still can't figure out what to do with Mega Man.
Yeah. Can we get Mega Man Legends 3? We need Mega Man Legends.
Either start putting out games more than once every 5 to 10 years, or just announce that the series is not getting any more games. I'm tired of being blue-balled like this.
Miles, it's MJ. Just checking in.
I think I'm finding Sandman again.
Like, man,
Did he escape already?
No,
Can we also get a Mega Man Legends collection?
I mean, the most recent news we've gotten is that they're considering what to do for the next game and how to move forward with collections. I'm like, of course you need to figure out what to do once Legends turn to get a collection.
Yeah.
Like, literally all that's left is Legends and Star Force.
Okay, now you
Yeah.
Star Force, I can understand needing to put some thought into that, because those are DS games that heavily rely on the second screen. How are you going to port that to modern consoles?
Okay.
Legends,
the
there ain't
only
no
thing
excuse.
it will work on. Yeah, the only thing it would work on will be like the Switch and the Steam Deck type stuff. And you can't alienate the fan base on that.
And with the Switch, the best experience you would get from that would be
you can find all the pieces
from playing handheld, because that's the only way you could access an actual touchscreen instead of having to awkwardly use gyro pointer controls.
Yeah, something else I would like thinking about DS games. Aren't we supposed to get like Dawn of Sorrow on Steam and such?
They haven't said anything about that.
You know, I want Dawn of Sorrow, I want Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, Order of Alicia. Like, the DS has some great
Portrait of
Castlevania
Ruin.
games. Yeah. Oh, let me move the chat more over so I can see it. There we go.
Oh, the stuttering's not a problem.
Okay.
Thanks for the follow. I was saying earlier the stuttering's a problem with like Twitch's servers or something. Something funky's going on. Because I've been dropping frames like crazy tonight.
Like some VIP stuck in a limo.
Occasionally, like the quality on Discord will also drop, but it could be an internet thing altogether.
Well, the thing with Discord is that my nitro ran out.
Oh.
On it.
All right, we gotta rescue a limo passenger. Who can you think of in the Spider-Man universe that would ride in a fucking limo in New York City?
Kingpin.
No, Kingpin's in prison, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's the opening of the first game.
You know, since I already got into ESU,
I don't remember.
Nah, you do too much already. Plus, if you helped me get into college, you never shut up about it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is like me with one of my friends. I helped him get an A in one of his college works. And it was about decolonization. And we ended up writing a historical fanfic.
The paparazzi was done? Y'all are the worst, you know?
Yeah, and he said he got the highest grade in class. You know what I said to him?
What?
I got the highest grade in class. Because I did most of the work. Oh, man. I'm actually mad. I didn't ask him if he still has it, because I'm mad I don't think we saved it. Because if we didn't, it's something that could honestly be a video game.
Ready to see who our mysterious passenger is?
Bob the Builder. Handy Manny. Steve Bloom.
Hospital.
J. Jonah Jameson!
I gotta tell Spider-Man.
JJ.
We finally get to see him in person.
All right, Mr. Jameson, let's get you to the hospital. Spider-Man, you gotta come see who the VIP in the limo was.
I shudder in anticipation. Sealing a hydrant, then I'm on my way.
Mr. Jameson, it's Spider-Man. Are you with me?
Flying in, on your left.
Hey, Spider-Man, look who it is.
What? Where am I? Spider-Man!
Jonah, my sunshine, you okay?
Help! I've been abducted!
What? No, I'm helping you, man.
Someone get a photo with this! Mass criminals kidnap beloved newsman!
Some things never change. Just be nice to the doctors.
The only beloved newsman is Al Roker. He is beloved.
Menaces. I'm surrounded by menaces. But J. Jonah Jameson...
Even the doctors are like, yeah, fuck this. Just bring him inside.
Anywhere. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going?
You're going to the hospital, Jameson.
Mr. Parker.
Just be thankful that we didn't call you an ambulance. You'd have to pay like fucking $500 to ride on the wee woo wagon.
There was an emergency, and I'll be there soon. I promise.
I better see you in 10 seconds. Or
Oh no.
Oh, he's so fired, by the way.
Breaking up. Well, soon.
Yeah, I've been dropping like over 40% frames tonight. I don't know why. Nothing's changed in my internet. It's just like that sometimes.
Where's Mr. Sumida?
Oh, he just left. Something about
They're using sign language
on
because their friend there is deaf. And they subtitle her sign language so you know what she's saying.
What?
Oh.
That's incredible.
And there's an option to narrate her
Also,
sign
while you were
language.
gone, I found out
Is it like her voice actress narrating, or?
It's it's like a Siri text to speech.
Oh.
Right. Well, big day for everyone.
That's creative.
I'm really missing out.
Oh man.
Thanks for the follow on Twitter, Pokelink. I appreciate it. We gotta stick together.
Principal Evans.
Yeah. Guess who decided to show up today?
I know this looks terrible.
Looks?
And I'm so sorry.
It's more than looks.
No, I know.
This is
And this is the
absolutely
last thing that I
ridiculous.
wanted to happen, and it'll never happen again.
I've had enough of this.
No, look.
No more excuses. Your job is to protect these students, not to abandon them. You're fired.
Dude, you being Spider-Man must be so hard keeping a job. But I'm sure that you're gonna figure it out.
That's that Parker luck for you.
Yeah. And that's why if I had Spider-Man powers, I would just be a menace.
You would actually be what Jameson thinks you are.
Yes.
Hey, sorry about the job.
Because, bro, I am not living life poor anymore. Fuck that.
Put that on my resume?
Well, listen. There's an open photo call at the New York Bulletin. I just sent a shot in yesterday.
So in between entries, apparently Robbie Robertson left the Daily Bugle and started his own paper.
I think I know just what you'd like. Thanks, Miles.
No problem.
It's a shame this is on PC because you know one of the first things I would have done was bring back the glorious flying pizzas of New York City.
You probably would have added Pizza Rat also.
Ain't that something?
That is dangerous as hell.
Also, that frisbee is patterned like Captain America's shield.
Yeah, I had one, I think, growing up.
There. Now to submit and...
Here's a bit of wholesomeness. The pictures you take are of, like,
Robbie, hi.
instances that illustrate life in New York City. And Robbie Robertson has commentary on each individual one you take.
I got stuck into a meeting, but if you find the beating heart of New York anywhere else, send him my way.
That is wholesome.
You too, Robbie. Thanks.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of wholesome stuff in this.
Dude,
They
you
also
know who being
changed, they changed how progression in each of the city districts works in this game. You have a progression meter that fills up as you do like activities like snapping photo ops, stopping crimes, destroying those Sandman crystals that restore like parts of Flint that restore parts of Sandman's shattered psyche as you destroy them. So there is like an incentive to do all those story-wise. Like basically as you complete side stuff here, your meter fills up, you get rewards. At tier 2, you get fast travel.
Ooh, nice. So,
and it like oh, it must be very far behind. You weren't kidding about that delay, PokeLink.
That
I just saw
it's far.
Yeah, we're probably gonna wrap this up soon because I've been streaming for about 4 hours. We'll do a couple citywide activities first.
I just thought of something that they need to do for DLC.
Yeah?
Just straight up picture mode, because you know people would love that, especially if it's free.
You mean this?
Yeah, the what you're talking about, the camera thing, the
oh, photography mode. I mean, there's already a built-in screenshot feature, so that's basically what it is.
No, the life of the beating heart in New York thing, that thing.
Oh, that.
That, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
That's perfect.
Like that would do like for free DLC. People would like that. It's simple, you know.
Always talked about going here. She'd walk
simple, wholesome.
Hold on, listen to Robbie's stories. Grandmother would go to that grocery store every Sunday.
And the guy in front of her bought all the tomatoes. And that's how she met my grandpa.
Oh.
Like I said, he's got so many wholesome stories. I love this man.
Oh my god.
Imagine, PokeLink has a good comment here. Imagine if you were a menace with Spider-Man's powers, but Jameson thinks you're the god savior.
I love that. Because we know the delay is bad, I'm gonna do it in the comments so he knows. Like, I genuinely love that.
Also,
like,
my suit is
you see this launch pad here?
Wrong places. Might be time for a
yeah.
change.
Yeah, he probably chafing like a motherfucker.
Prepare for launch.
3, 2, 1. Bro, I literally just did the
Marco's memory crystals Miles told me about.
I did the
And that's why one of the first things you buy should be the slingshot move.
Oh, I was gonna say, it was the, Futurama, the countdown thing.
You guys again?
One thing to
You're willing to boot your PS2 up to play Spider-Man 2. Dude, do it. Do it.
I want to get a PS1 and play the original Spider-Man, the one I bought from you many years ago.
Yeah, I actually got another copy of that.
Ooh.
Just to replace it in my collection. And I've actually been getting into the Dreamcast version. Because it has, like, slightly enhanced graphics.
Oh.
Like, it's PS1 models with better textures.
Still, that's nice, you know?
I've also tried out the N64 version. It's dog shit!
You know you want to play the N64 version or stream.
I mean, I would do that on stream if I were to do one, like, comparing all the versions. But,
But I don't want you to worry. That's my job.
Marco thought he was being watched.
just had to let you listen to that, ominous message.
Yeah, that's why I shut up too.
Yeah, like the N64 version, it's like, okay, we've got a limited amount of buttons. What do? I know, let's map punch and kick to the C buttons.
Why not make...
Or you could try some of our gnocchi, which is a lot better. Shut up!
Wait, are there furries?
No, they're arguing their rival mascots, where one of them ripped off the other.
Wow, I
how does it look? Was that good? If it's great.
The bodega beef is what it's called.
Okay.
They're rivals shops that are like ripping off each other's ideas.
The bodega beef. It was already a rivalry for the ages when it was just David versus Goliath. But when Teos had to deal with the bodega copying his success by using the exact same mascot, it stepped up to a whole nother level.
The funny thing is, I was saying by age 40, I would like to own my own restaurant or like a thing where you get your food and you just kind of like, you sit in your car or something like that,
Well, look who's in the neighborhood.
Speaking of, oh yeah, by the way, sometimes when you're doing these crimes, you'll run into either Miles or Peter, also being at the crime scene, so you can team up.
Thanks. We should take this on the road sometime.
Sounds like a good excuse.
I just laughed because you said,
isn't it?
I just laughed because you said when doing crimes.
Crime activities, that's what they're called. Like since you brought up owning a restaurant, one of my favorite like funny coincidences is have you seen Rocky 6 or Rocky Balboa as it's called?
Nope.
Like one of the I have very vague memories of that movie. I haven't seen much of the Rocky movies, but I remember in that one, what stood out to me is that like during Rocky's retirement before he comes back for one last fight, he's running a restaurant. You know why that's funny to me?
He's punching the beef.
No, it's because about 20 to 30 years earlier, I can't remember which, just general, like, let's say 20 years earlier, Weird Al made a song parodying the Rocky theme. That was about Rocky retiring and starting a deli.
I think the back of the has some.
Didn't know that one.
And it's obviously not meant to be the same thing. It's just a complete coincidence that Weird Al predicted that. Weird Al predicted that 20 years before that movie would come out.
Can't escape this.
Weird Al is a fucking treasure.
It's called Theme from Rocky 13, parentheses, Rye or the Kaiser.
Oh, is the Rye or the Kaiser?
Rye or the Kaiser. Yeah.
EMVL reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's a parody of Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, man, but yeah, mine is going to be Latin African food fusion, so like Latin soul food basically. So it's gonna be a mix of like African, Caribbean food and Latin food, which are all like they play really nice because all the ingredients are very similar. Just like minor differences here and there.
Oh, I love this art. This is actually a callback to the third act of Spider-Man 1, where like Norman Osborn is drawn as the devil here, because the bioweapon that was released was called Devil's Breath, and it was an Oscorp product.
Nice.
It wasn't meant to be a bioweapon. It was actually meant to be a cure for Harry. That just happened to function as a bioweapon.
When this game gets eventually ported to PC, people are going to be adding memes. It's going to be
people have already done that for Spider-Man 1 on PC. Like ones that replace the graffiti with different meme images. One of my favorite ones is it replaces one of the graffiti images with a picture of MF Doom.
Oh my.
You know the rapper, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. I would want one to do like VTuber memes. I think that would be kind of fun.
Next up, booking.
All right, we'll do a little bit more and then we'll call it a night. And then I'll see what the fuck's been going on with my connection. Because this is ridiculous.
You went face first into that tree.
Watch out for that tree.
No, we're gonna watch George of the Jungle. Dude, because I am looking to have vacation, I just talked to a friend and be like, hey, you remember George of the Jungle?
Which George of the Jungle? The Brendan Fraser movie, the 1960s cartoon series, or the like late 2000s, early 2010s cartoon series?
The movie.
That should work for Robbie.
Was that a good photo? Post it online. Join our membership program.
Ah, here we go. Now, I'll admit, I first walked into his shop because of all the articles about his new flavors, but his traditional ones would have kept me coming back.
I didn't know hummus
Sometimes
comes
a
in different
classic is a
flavors.
classic for a
I
reason.
just thought hummus would be hummus flavored.
Hummus is pine nuts, basically. It's just pine nuts and olive oil.
Are you crashing my fighter?
So how do you make flavored hummus? Well, I mean, obviously you add flavoring to it, but
I'm guessing if something like for chocolate, for example, I'm guessing you would simply add like melted chocolate. I don't know. This is the job for Google? Let's see.
You know who it's not a job for? Gordon Ramsay. Man can't even make a good grilled cheese.
Sweet. I gotta bounce, but I appreciate the assist.
All right, but the next post-fight piece is on me.
You're welcome for, by the way, watch.
Oh, hold on.
They did the meme!
Fucking hell.
What?
I saw the meme as with fucking hell. Oh my gosh, there is other flavors of hummus. There's Cedar's hummus, which is roasted red peppers. Pita Pal original flavor hummus. Eat well, balance well, Imedame hummus, Cedar hummus,
Edamame.
classic original. Thank you. Pita Pal. Is it Brandt's, I'm thinking? It's a brand.
Edamame is it's a kind of bean.
Oh, we have Saba roasted garlic hummus. That sounds good, actually. I want to try that. So yeah, there is ways to infuse different flavors. Interesting. We learned something new, right? I just thought it was only made with one bean and olive oil.
And here's where we finally get some new costumes. I did not get the digital deluxe edition yet, so I don't have all the fancy ones that are like pre-unlocked if you have digital deluxe. Proto Rage, hello. We're just about to wrap up for the night. By the way, I love that you can get different color schemes for certain costumes.
I heard one of them didn't have
there's the movie costumes don't have alternate color schemes.
Oh yeah, it's the Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man 2.
They have both of his suits in here, and neither of them have alternate color schemes.
So Proto, what's up?
Been a while since I've heard from you, Proto. How you doing? They got rid of the suit powers in Spider-Man 2, so like you don't unlock new like special moves as you buy more suits. They're purely cosmetic. And this was a pre-order bonus, the Arachnite, or as I like to call it, Ezio. Never heard of him.
Dude, I was just thinking that. So we're playing Assassin Man.
We're playing the new Assassin's Creed.
It's called Spider Creed.
Gotta say, I've wanted a modern day Assassin's Creed for a while. I just didn't expect it to be done this way.
I mean, at least this way, at least it's not going to be as glitchy as the other ones.
Yeah. I still haven't forgiven Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed Unity. Also, Miles gets this one. No capes.
No cape styling.
Edna Mode is furious.
Can we talk about how awesome Edna is as well?
She is spectacular.
When
Unintended.
When you think about it, like, she took Jack in, and Jack behaved.
Yep.
She is too fucking powerful when you think about it. That's why they nerf her to only make the outfits. Oh, chickpeas in oil. To flavor it, you add flavorful ingredients like garlic, pickled roasted peppers, olive juice / diced olives. So the delay is pretty bad, but I can at least let them know via the chat.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I did. So there's a big delay, so I'm saying it here too. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I thought I was wrong in a piece.
Is the back door unlocked?
I don't know. Left in a hurry this morning. I'll just meet you there.
Okay, cool. You and Miles get back to school okay?
Yep.
Quite a first day for you. Hopefully tomorrow will be quieter.
I am sure it will be. See you in a bit. It's worse than getting fired? Telling your girlfriend that you got fired.
All right, we're going to save, and then we're going to end it here so I can diagnose what in the living fuck is going on with my connection to Twitch. I probably just need to reset my router. And I also still need to show you my new Doom video.
Yep. And yeah, I know how much is amazing. I've had it on pita bread.
All right, so thank you everyone who tuned in. Thank you to PokeLink for the surprise raid and the support on Twitter. Thank you to Kier for showing up tonight for such a special occasion.
You know I'll be here for you, dude.
Yeah, thank you to Yelena Zeka for creating this model in the first place. No raids tonight because it is fucking late. And none of my people are online anyway, except for Piracy. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Night.
Why is it not green?